Let's see if that's working. Give me a second. Just refreshing over here.
I think we're live.
Son vivo. Vivo, vivo. All right, we're good. We're good. All right, beautiful people. Welcome back to Lou Rock TV. I got two homies with me. I got 3D 80s Kid and a collector's dream, John and Orlando. Welcome, welcome.
Thanks for having me on, Lou.
Good to be
What's
on.
going on? Apparently the National's going on. That's what's going on.
What? What national?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Oh my God. Instagram has been blowing up. We already got videos from day 0 at the National. Baseball collectors already posting monster pickups. Beautiful card. I don't want to ruin it. Go check out my boy's channel. Not that he needs it. The godfather of YouTube. But beautiful card. I'm experiencing FOMO like a mother trucker. I'm just telling you. Orlando, you really shouldn't be on this stream because you're going.
I'm going. I'm going a little bit later. A lot of the guys are already on the way. There was a live stream. Michael driving on the way there already.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys are going to be there tomorrow. Mangini will be there tomorrow, but I'm not going to be there till Thursday. So I'm going to miss out a little bit, but I'll be at the get-togethers for sure.
Yeah, it's just I'm rocking my Misfits shirt. Miss my boys. I wasn't, the Airbnb is the way to go, but Baseball Collector did a little room tour on his recap video, and they got a pimp suite, like some kind of penthouse, double decker with a connecting room. So they're gonna have a good time, man. I don't know how much partying they could do because it is a hotel, but yeah, I mean they're gonna have plenty of room in there, so that looks like a good time. A lot better than what they had last year in AC.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh my God. So you have a flight, Orlando?
Yeah, I'm leaving at 7:30 in the morning on Thursday.
Oof.
So,
flying out of Miami or Orlando?
Flying out of Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I'll get there in the morning sometime. I don't know how long it's going to take. It's like a 3-hour flight. And by the time I get to the hotel and see what's going on, but I'm definitely going to hit the National there for sure in the afternoon. And then the party at Thursday night. And then I've got another, one of my subscribers and I are going to get together on Friday morning. I'm going to do a little video with him, interview him. He's the guy that his dad actually opened 1949 Leaf packs and has a whole diary of the day that he opened the packs. He has the premiums that he got from the store when they gave it to him. He's got the book that you ordered where you paste your card or put your cards on. He's got some of his original 49 Leaf cards that he purchased himself back in the day. So, the son's going to be there. The father couldn't make it. He's, in his 90s, so I would understand. But the son's going to be there. He's going to bring me all his dad's stuff to show me his diary. He has a whole diary of when he bought the cards, what he did with the cards. He actually bought the pack of cards for the gum, and he sold the gum in school because I think they brought 3 gums with the cards. So he writes very detailed everything he did and how he earned money to get the cards. So I'm going to definitely do a video of that with him. I'm going to meet him at the National on Friday. And he's got his dad has almost a complete set of the premiums. And he was missing a couple of them. So I'll show you. I'm going to take these 2 to him. He says, he doesn't know.
Yeah,
He
I'm
can
looking
buy
forward
them,
to.
but I'm going to work something out with him. At least get him one of these because these are the ones that he needs. The Grover Cleveland Alexander.
That's beautiful.
That was in the 49.
Awesome.
Those were in the boxes of cards. The bottom of the box they had this premium, and the John McGraw. Those are the only 2 that his dad was missing from the set. He has the Garrick. He has the Ruth. He has the Christy Mathewson, the the Walter Johnson. So he's got all the big names other than the Grover Cleveland and the John McGraw. So, he's like, I can't afford that. I said, we'll work something out. I'm going to work something out with him some way, somehow. I'll figure something out.
There's always a way. We have two sides looking at a common goal. You always find a way. I'm looking forward to your videos, brother, because like that text you sent me in the Latino Collective, I think that was the text thread. I got so many text threads with the 3D uncut sheet.
Yeah, did you see that?
Oh my gosh, the 1968 3D. The card itself is a holy grail for all Clementas everywhere, but I didn't even know uncut sheet existed. It's like, where does this stuff? Who keeps this?
I've
stuff?
never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's
is there a video on this?
No, it's a new find that REA found it, and they are putting it up for auction. It's a one of a kind, as far as I know, and it's going to be at the REA booth over at the National. So I want to get a good shot of that. It's something you'll never see, an uncut sheet. It has the Clemente on the corner. It's near mint condition, no cracks at all on that piece, and it has it has Tony Perez in the middle. And then it has two of the cards that were never distributed ever. They don't even have the name of the players on them. It's an uncut sheet. It's of a sample with that Clemente. It's incredible.
Like, that's my thing. I mean, you'll find the card itself cracked. How you have a whole uncut sheet on cracked baffles me. Like, how was it stored? Who had it? Where was it kept? Like, all the people want to know. Hold up. I know the homie. I guess you see.
All right.
I miss my people, man. I didn't know this guy retired. He made the Hall of Fame.
He's back.
Retired. My man went out. He is the John Elway of YouTube. He won it, made it to the pinnacle. Yeah.
He's made a couple videos since then, right? I mean,
I made a few. Come on, man. Don't sell me short like that.
Nah, that's my brother from another mother. He knows I got
still a Hall of Famer and a legend.
Yeah, a legend.
What's up, guys?
Here's a real question. Is Donnie live streams, Don Field Dreams, fellow misfit, the only misfit not in the Hall of Fame? Does he have what it takes to be a first ballot YouTube Hall of Famer? Because he's eligible. Oh, you're shaking your head no?
He hasn't sent me anything nice yet. My vote is bought. That's all I could say. And so far, those envelopes are a little light.
He's in. For
Christmas
me,
better be nice. Christmas better be nice.
I don't know if you guys saw that I did an interview with him and John Wick Box Fan.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah. So he's in. That's Donnie Livestream. He's famous now.
Donnie, I don't know. I think you're taking the title, bro. Every time I'm in a live stream, I'm in the live stream, in the chat. You're on screen.
No. Theo is the man.
Oh yeah, Theo's
in everything.
His way in there. Okay.
How about John? John is pretty much up there.
Not far behind either.
Hey, normally when I'm on a live stream, it's my own live stream, so that's a little different story. So,
you know how we do it. I know, Don, you're more structured, more organized. You and James are cut from the same cloth when it comes to organizing a live stream or get together at Zoom. I'm the total opposite. I think we talked for like a couple minutes. I'm like, I'll shoot you a link. And you jumped on like, yeah, I want to talk baseball, FOMO, a couple of these YouTube videos I already seen. I mean, I'm loving it so far. Like I've been telling a lot of my buddies, please take videos for us not going. I know I got Mike Petty's comment up here. I don't have FOMO. I have Smart Mo. No one goes to the National nowadays. It's too crowded. Well, you haven't been recently because to say no one goes is a lie. Because
that's a Yogi Berra saying is what he's saying.
Well, you got this live stream title here, and then now half the people are actually going to the National.
Let me say something to Mike Petty. Mike Petty, I know your real name. I know who you really are. You're no Mike Petty. And I'll tell you this. You need to be on YouTube, and you need to make a channel because you have also an incredible collection that you've never shared with anybody. But I know what you have, and I know who you are.
Meg Petty is always, I mean, he's involved in the community. If he has an outstanding collection, I need to know.
Yeah.
You know?
Mike's big on Net 54. He's got a lot of beautiful stuff, and he should be sharing it on YouTube.
You know what? I've always been on, you know, just looking for info. I've been on Net 54. I finally made an account. You can peruse it. Oh my goodness. Can I do 5 people? I got the free version. I can do 5 people on here.
You can do up to 6.
All right. See, John, that's why I got John around here. He knows, he reads the fine print.
Oh,
with the polo.
Get the white glove on. The white glove.
Yo,
now we got 60% national goers here. What's the deal, Lou?
I know. I mean, I can't. Hey, I got my misfits. I can't say no to them. But I know this is a special occasion. You know why? Because John is wearing sleeves. So I know he's
what? I can't. Something's going on here.
He even knocked down the camera with a nunchuck.
I can't see.
Here's the old man. Technology confuses me.
Why is I know, man. This is bad. There we go. There we go.
There we go.
Trying to do this on my phone. I heard you guys were having a party without me, man.
Well,
that's not good.
3D, John 3D. That's what I'm going to say, because now we got 2 Johns. It's correct. You guys are abusing your privilege and my friendship. This is supposed to be a stream for the guys with FOMO, the guys who aren't going, the guys who are drinking their sorrows away. Look, I got this nice Chestnut Farms, Kentucky bourbon. The Yankees are losing. Pete Alonso hit 2 home runs. I'm in
everybody talks smack on my man Dave Kingman. Pete Alonso's batting 219.
Hey,
219.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what they do now.
At least Dave Kingman batted in the 260s, 270s.
Wait, but the whole league is batting 219. What are you talking about?
I know. Dave Kingman would be a superstar today.
Oh yeah. His Rainbow Sparkle 101 would go for thousands.
Man, I collect him. He was great. He was fun to watch. He was way ahead of his time.
Him and Rob Deere would have been big time.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's interesting in the era of low batting averages. It's interesting. And, the thing is they're not all hitting 60 home runs. I think it'd be different if they were all hitting 60 home runs. But they're not doing that. We need to bring steroids back, man.
Yeah.
Wait.
I miss McGuire.
We were having a conversation on our chat group thing about the latest Hall of Famers that got inducted. Can we open this forum up and put some thoughts out there?
Yeah, let's do it, because I was actually switching I have a box of future Hall of Famers, and I was moving my Fred McGriff over to the Hall of Fame box. I got a couple of Scott Rowlands. I don't have the 95 Bowman, so I need to pick that up because that's pretty affordable. But what you want to open up? You started off.
I want to know if you think Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland merit the Hall of Fame, or is the Hall of Fame getting watered down?
All right, I'll kick it off if I have to. I am the host. But as far as Fred McGriff, I mean, with the strike year, my man would have gotten 500 home runs. I never thought he was like the most feared hitter. I would have feared Albert Bell, Bo Jackson. I even thought Chipper Jones was more scary in the lineup. Andrew Jones at times. But Fred is the model of consistency. 493 home runs, 5 All-Stars. The guy was a stud. He deserves it. I think they're bringing the bar down, with the steroid guys not getting in, 1 guy getting in, 0 guys getting in. I think the bar has been lowered to allow guys in, because the last 5 years, these classes are so small because McGuire ain't getting in, Sammy ain't getting in. So Scott Rowland's not a Hall of Famer. Not one time did I think he was a Hall of Famer.
No, Scott Rowland to me is not a Hall of Famer.
Nice.
That he's a Harold Baines style, but I do think that McGriff is a Hall of Famer, and he's got a great name, the Crime Dog.
Crime Dog. I mean, Eric Chavez, I mean, to me, Scott Rowland, nice glove. Always said it. Eric Chavez had a nice glove. You know, we're gonna start looking at gold gloves. Keith Hernandez, 11 gold gloves. I'm gonna say it. Hitman had 9 gold gloves. It's like, come on, man.
Greg Nettles should be in if Scott Rowland's gonna be in.
Good
Greg
point.
Nettles was the best defensive third baseman I personally watched. He was phenomenal.
Same thing here. I loved Greg Nettles, and I never saw anyone. I guess he's the closest I would have witnessed to Brooks Robinson, but I got to see Greg Nettles play. And
yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, every time he dove and came up with the ball and gunned it out, it was just Greg Nettles being Greg Nettles. And he still had a good bat.
Yeah, very solid.
My man, the battery. Fred McGriff has the most dominating slugging statistic of any player in his era that has never been linked to steroids. Excellent.
Carlos Delgado. Look at Carlos Delgado.
Yeah,
more feared than Fred McGriff in the lineup.
I'll give you that. But
similar stats.
Yeah, but he still got, what, like 468 home runs?
It doesn't matter. He had 40 home runs per season. McGriff never did that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just consistency, bro. Who I missed one. Oh, Ray, my boy Ray from Philly. We got some good people in the chat. 26 people watching.
Ray.
Still 1% in the hall. Yeah, I get that. But that doesn't mean the bar hasn't been lowered, Ray. You're not saying it's not an exclusive club. It's the Hall of Mother Trucking Fame. But,
yeah, listen. So you know, I'm a fan of a bigger hall, a little bit, but it's definitely been lowered because I think with the steroid era, I think guys are getting considered based on their character a little bit more than their play, in my opinion, because they're not going to let any of those steroid guys in, and they got to let somebody in. And the steroid guys were the best players. I mean, how do you not have Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, those kinds of guys in? I mean, they're some of the greatest players that ever lived. I don't know, if you just look at Roger Clemens' first few years, I doubt he was on steroids then, and he dominated.
No, 100%. But in case you guys didn't know, Ray from Philly wants you to know that Nettles was not better than Schmidt.
Nobody said he's better than Schmidt.
I disagree defensively.
Rose-colored glasses, homie.
No, I mean, I watched them both, and Mike Schmidt was very solid and a great player, but Greg Nettles was just phenomenal defensively. I don't, but Schmidt was solid. But I'm with James. I didn't get to see Brooks Robinson play, and Nettles was the best third baseman I saw defensively.
Yeah, it really was. And if you're going to compare Nettles to Rowland, I would say maybe not offensively, but he was someone you could count on. His health wasn't, a point where like Rowland, you wondered if he was going to have a healthy season to season. And he finally put together some good offense with the Cardinals because I guess he had more protection in the lineup, but.
Well, the defenders of Rowland will tell you that, he was a top third baseman of the time and name me a better one. They're not looking at his overall stats or play. They're looking at the position he played. And I always considered that, for shortstop, maybe second base, catcher. Never really thought about it for third base before, but I mean, it's a valid argument.
Well, if you're going to go with that argument, Jeff Kent should be a Hall of Famer. I mean,
he should be.
Dave Parker should be in already.
Talking about like the Hall of Famers in my not Hall of Fame box that should be, I got
Richie Allen.
Kent Schilling will have a tough time because nobody likes him.
Yeah, but he'll get in. I mean, he's in the 3K club, not linked to steroids. You can only deny him for so long. And then, of course, the Cobra.
Cobra should be in for that nickname.
Exactly. No, but the
Did
Cobra
you see the question by Card Hobbyist up there a little bit?
Card Hobbyist. Yep, let's go. Outside of the obvious legends, it boils down to the argument. Is it better to burn bright for a few years or to ride out a long and consistent career? I think at the end of the day, the long and consistent career wins.
Well, that's winning now, obviously. You got Baines and Morris and
McGriff.
That's how people vote for the Hall of Fame, long and consistent. That's your Harold Baineses of the world. I'm on the other side of the fence. I think if you're great
Yes.
for 10 years, that wins me over.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
like,
I think Albert Bell should be in there.
I mean, if you're mediocre for, you're just consistent for 23 years, of course you're going to rack up stats. It doesn't mean you were ever one of the greatest players at the time. You know what I mean? That's my argument for Dave Parker. He was considered at the time by many to be the best player in baseball. And we have guys in the Hall of Fame who were never considered to be the best player in baseball.
Yeah, guys.
Derek Jeter was never in the top 5 best players in baseball, right?
Dave Winfield.
Yeah, if you're going to have a short career, like John says, it's got to be like a Sandy Koufax or something like that just dominated his entire career. He was at the top. If not, it's going to have to be a long career.
Yes and no, because I think I have some content coming up of a special young man. He's got 6 years in the league. If he's got 4 more years of what he's doing, even close, my man Showtime is going to be a Hall of Famer. Because this cat, I think he's a Hall of Famer now. He could drop the mic.
No, not now.
Say deuces. Two MVP.
A little early.
He wins an MVP and a Cy Young. He's doing stuff you have never seen.
It's
how are you
too
saying
short a time? In 10 years, we'll see.
In 10 years
in the league, 10 years in the league. He's got 4 more years,
baby.
right?
He is
We'll
the
see.
best. He is the best hitter in baseball now. He is a top 5 pitcher now. And if he wins the MVP, it'd be the only person in baseball, I believe, to have 2 MVPs unanimous.
Lou, there was a lot of players that were already going to go. Look at Fernando Valenzuela. When he came in, oh, man, after 4 years, 5 years, he was already a Hall of Famer.
See, I'm on that side of the thing, on the fence, because, man, Fernando Mania, and you talk about Ohtani. I mean, the place that they've made in baseball history, things like that. Because let me tell you something. Who are we going to vote in the future? 260 batting averages?
Yeah.
Those are going to get in the Hall of Fame?
And people who haven't
just
even
because
won 20
they
games.
racked up a lot of stats because they're going to play till they're, in their 40s and have, of course, they're going to have lots of hits and pad those stats, and now with the DH, you could play extra years. I'm sure Pujols played several years longer than he may have in the old days.
I got you, Ray.
And everybody gets more and more fit, and we're being active longer. Look at Tom Brady. So guys may be playing until they're 50 in the future.
I get
so
it.
the longer you play, the more stats you're going to have. I mean, Nolan Ryan played twice as long as Sandy Koufax. Twice as long.
When you see guys doing stuff, I mean, I've never thought I was going to have the pleasure of seeing someone like Ohtani. It's just unbelievable what he's made me a believer. I mean, I went through my stuff. He's my new guy where, every time I rip a pack and I get a trout, I sleeve it up. Ohtani's my new guy. These are all rookies. My man,
he was my favorite from day one, and whether they end up putting him in the Hall of Fame or not, he should definitely get a section in the Hall of Fame, like Roger Maris.
I mean, he's just exactly. He's just doing stuff I've never seen, and it's just a pleasure to watch.
No,
I don't know. I think the Hall of Fame should celebrate the game, and its greatest players, not its longest players, the greatest players.
Yeah. Ohtani's definitely a generational player. You don't see players like that. It's once in a generation that you see players with that kind of ability. And the guy's just a huge, strong guy.
Yeah. I mean, in 4 years, he'll qualify for the Hall of Fame. He'll have technically 10 years under his belt. So I think once he hits that, he's in. I mean, if Trout's in with 3 MVPs, if Ohtani, I don't see how Ohtani, if he has 2 MVPs unanimous and at least 1 Cy Young, I don't see how you keep him out.
Well, he's getting it this year.
Game.
Who's going to challenge Ohtani this year? No one.
No one, bro. No one's even close. And now it just shows you the captain. I'm going to go to my Yankees because they're ridiculous right now. When you talk about someone changing the makeup of a lineup, I mean, he is the epitome of an MVP. They're like 1.5 runs different. Batting average is 20 points higher. Just having Judge in the lineup. Without Judge in the lineup, the Yankees are just a bunch of old veterans that can't hit the damn ball.
Yeah, and
Click
I wanted to bring that up to you, Lou. So
Yep.
Aaron Judge, he came up when he was 27.
Yeah,
So
he wasn't.
I mean, he's not
25.
gonna have a 24-year career, but one of the game's greatest. So how many years does he have to play to even be considered for the Hall of Fame
Well,
the way it's voted
there's
on?
outside factors because I mean, it doesn't help that he is injury prone. He's got to hit 450. The thing that helps him is that he's a captain of the Yankees. Like it or not, that helps. He's going to be a Yankee lifer, and he's good in the media. People love him. So if he hits 450 home runs, he already has. If he gets, he was Rookie of the Year, AL MVP. He has the AL home run record might be broken by Shohei, but if he has that, I mean, when you have an all-time record, MVPs to your name, and you're a Yankee, your chances of being a Hall of Famer are pretty good. So, I mean, he'll play out this contract. He'll be, 40? He has a good chance. But
so if he plays 10 years, he's a Hall of Famer?
If he continues on his track, the thing that's going to derail him is injuries. Giancarlo Stanton, with all the injuries that he has, still has an excellent shot of hitting 500 home runs. Has an MVP.
Yeah, but I mean, since he really hasn't played that well in recent years.
Yeah, but
this is what I'm saying. He can hang around and pad those stats.
People look at numbers at the end of the day.
And he'll go into the Hall of Fame, but this is what I'm saying.
I don't know if Giancarlo's an MVP. I would say Judge plays like not an MVP. I'm sorry, Hall of Famer. Judge plays like a Hall of Famer. 5'2". He impacts the game on a lot of levels. He's basically the meat and potatoes of the team, and also I think he's still peaking. So it's not like you're seeing his decline right now. Before he got hurt, he was neck and neck, like MVP numbers to last year's. And I think he has like 2 or 3 more good years left in him, for sure. 40 home runs at least. I think Judge has a good chance at Hall of Fame. I don't know about Stanton.
Well, I mean, who's more exciting? Name a more exciting player than Judge other than Ohtani.
Acuna.
Acuna, bro.
Yeah, so Acuna's solid, man. Yeah.
I love Acuna. Acuna's just a firecracker, man.
I don't know. Aaron Judge has that almost Babe Ruth factor where he's kind of larger than life. Everybody loves him.
I mean, there's a lot of guys who are exciting. I mean, not to be biased, but I love the young Hispanics. I mean, like it or not, Tatis, I do enjoy watching him, even though they did the smart thing moving him to the field. Juan Soto has always been a second half hitter. He's starting to heat up. So
Ellie De La Cruz is exciting.
And when you get your boy O'Neal Cruz, I mean, I think when those two are going to be healthy, that's the future of the National League right there.
I'm enjoying watching Arise in Miami. He's doing really great this year, and the guy's just he's hitting it all over the field. He's not a home run hitter, but he's getting hits left, right, center, everywhere.
Did you see that last game when they brought in the right fielder?
They brought in the right fielder with 5 infielders, and he got the hit.
Yeah, just where he hit it, where the right fielder used to be.
Exactly. Yeah,
hit them where they aim. That's how they used to do it. Hit them where they aim.
He looks like a Ty Cobb style hitter. Just I'm not saying Ty Cobb. I'm just saying a slap. Let me put a slap hitter. Okay, a slap hitter.
Hey, the bourbon ain't.
Nobody's gonna be like Ty Cobb ever. I don't think so.
The bourbon ain't that strong, bro.
But he's a slap hitter, is what I meant to say.
Okay.
And Ty Cobb had his hands separated too. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to cut out, but Orlando, I'm gonna see you at this show, and John, right?
Yeah.
All right. And the other John and Lou, sorry, you'll be in my thoughts.
Hey, you're gonna be my virtual shopper, homie. You're gonna be my Uber Eats for baseball cards.
Is he gonna live stream you the cases?
Don't be picking me. I got myself cards to buy.
I love that guy.
Oh, that's great. He's awesome.
Lou, I'm gonna jump off too. I gotta get packing and stuff.
Oh, you mother trucker.
Orlando,
I'm going in a few minutes, but I'm gonna stay a little bit longer. John, I'll see you Thursday, John.
You get in Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
Okay.
I'll find
see
you.
you
I'll
then.
text you.
Safe travels, brother.
together.
Safe travels.
See
See
you,
you guys.
John.
I had to get them on. Those are my brothers in cardboard. I had to get them on.
Can't wait to see John walking with that mask. The old man, get off my lawn.
Yeah. I had Brent, I don't want to ruin it, but he has the link. He said he was gonna get on in a couple minutes. So, but yeah, I mean, man, I got FOMO, man. I just seen like I was on Instagram going through because Bob, she was in the pool. I didn't feel like jumping in the pool, so I was just poolside. I'm going through Instagram and I see those back pages talking about breaking news. And I'm like, man, my man's already there. Day 0, walking the floor. And he said it's about 40% bigger. He said you could host a national in the space that they just opened. That's massive. AC, you know, doing like following my watch, my smartwatch. I walked 8 miles one day just going around. Because, you know, you break off. Everyone gets in their groups. Everyone gets together, you know. But then eventually, you know, you get lost because you get caught up on a case while your people are still walking, or, you know, your buddies are looking at a case and you continue walking, or I got distracted buying a tall boy, you know, getting some Yinglings. So that's always my favorite part. People are like, why are you buying beer, bro? It's like $15. I'm like, pretend you're at a baseball game, win in Rome. If you're there, that's the prices. I mean, you put that in your budget. I knew beers were going to be $12 to $15. It is what it is. I'm there to have a good time.
It's for the fun. I mean, come on. What's another $15? You know, enjoy it. You're there.
Some days that was my only purchase, buying it. But I can tell you next year, I'm not going, you know, I'm going to treat it. When I see a deal, I'm going to just take it as it comes, because I was so narrow in my focus. I was like 49 campy. And I missed out on so many deals because I was just like, no, I don't want to spend, because the main portion of my budget was going to be that campy. And when, you know, there was nothing in my budget, I was like, F it. And it was already the 3rd day of the National. So a lot of the cards were already sold and gone.
You never got the campy there.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And the thing was, I think I've talked about it so much prior, like the lead up, because, you know, everyone's doing content, you know, wore my top 10 targets. Yeah. Not that I have a huge following, but it seemed like everyone I was talking to was like, hey, I got the 40. Ray from Philly got it last year.
Yeah.
Who else got it? Talking Ball Cards got it. And someone else. I think it was who was it? Someone else. There was a third. I can't remember. Like, and they all got it in the range I was looking for. Like, mother trucker. That's the last time I do that.
Yeah. See, you are an influencer.
Yeah, okay. I was so mad, but I'm just super excited because, like, my homeboy Bob Lewis, fellow misfit, he was just looking for extra cash for the National because he's traveling up there, and he was offering to sell cards, and I guess he went through his boxes of 2018, 98 of 2018, and he had all these Shoheis, and he was giving me the homie discount. So I wasn't planning on buying cards, but I got some Otanis coming my way, just because I think he's going to get to a point where if and when he wins the MVP, his card's going to start becoming unattainable. I mean, his Topps Chrome, luckily I already have it, is already like 140 raw. And I'm like, golly, his base Topps is like $50-$60. And that's now. It's just his stuff is just going to start becoming untouchable, almost like when Trout. I mean, his 2011 update is still pretty, even though it's taken a massive hit. I saw PSA 9s for like $450, $500. But still, I mean, it's a 2011. The card is 12 years old, and it's a $500 card. To me, that still boggles my mind when I think of modern. Because growing up,
it's crazy.
Yeah, growing up, I mean, I was happy when I was going through the Beckett, and I remember the 1989 Upper Deck Dale Murphy reverse negative was like $75. I'm like, oh my God, I need that card.
That felt insane.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. A baseball card is $75 and the card was only like 5 years old when I was looking.
It's just back then it was a little bit of a different era because a lot of the rare cards were those error type cards, like the Billy Ripken and those cards. Yeah, those were the big cards, and now it's just totally different. I missed out on Shohei. I mean, it's kind of late now to really get into any of the good Shohei cards. They're just way up so much. I did get a lot of Acuñas 2 years ago actually, and I still have a couple. But most of them I had like a red number to 10 auto Acuña, but I sold it at the last year's National.
Damn, where was I?
Well,
we met last year. I would have bought it from you.
Oh, it was gone like the first day. I did at trade night, and I traded some of that stuff for vintage that I wanted. So
I did.
That's what I did. Yeah, and then this year I'm gonna just take some of the stuff to get graded for $15. You just drop it off there. I already filled out the form and everything. I picked out like 25 cards from my collection there, and I'm gonna go ahead and they'll ship it right back to you. They say within 7 to 10 days.
Yeah, I forgot that when you were here. That was one thing I wanted to do because I knew you were going to the National.
Yeah.
And I had like 5 cards. I was going to just, PayPal you the money. I'm like, hey, bro, can you try these and take it to SGC? Because
pretty easy. I just went on SGC site and it says just fill out the form. And then all you got to do is drop it at the booth. And that's it. So
maybe next year. I've done it.
Yeah, I hope they do that next year.
I'm always afraid of sending cards in the mail. Like,
yeah,
it
worried me. And you kind of worry because they got to ship them back. But it's in Boca, which is like literally half hour drive from my house. So it's gonna just come UPS ground and get here one day. So I think I'm good with that. And the rest, I'm gonna really go look at some of the good stuff that's out there. To me, the National is kind of like a museum of cards, in my opinion. So I'm going to head over to the REA auction and some of those auction houses that have rare cards, just to videotape some of that stuff. REA also has the original artwork paintings from the 1953 Topps cards that they're going to auction off there. So I want to take a look at some of that in person, do some video on that. And, I'm going to do a lot of video. One of the things that it's funny because, last time I was there, James was telling me, he didn't really know my channel too well, but James was looking up and saying, Orlando, you got tons of videos out there, and I'm telling James, yeah, like most of my videos, I think I did 30 videos from the last National. They're short, the longest was 15 minutes and the shortest were like 2 minutes, Yeah, sometimes I get this table, but when he looked at my channel, it was like, man, you got like 80 videos. Yeah, like a third of those were just from the National.
People, the National is where you get a lot of content.
Yeah,
but
so that's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm just gonna go to cover all the tables and really look at all the cards and stuff, especially some of the rare stuff that I see, and then I'm gonna take some stuff that like. Look, check it out. I'm looking through all my stuff, some oddball stuff. And you know how they have like tickets and things there?
Yeah.
People that sell tickets. I had this and I bought it an old collection and I know it's real. It's a original ticket to the Gone with the Wind. To Gone with the Wind. You can see it was torn there.
What is that?
It's $1.10 with tax, and it's from April 28, 1940.
But what theater is that? DeLand?
It wasn't like the first showing, but it was the first year they showed it. It's the Roseland Theater in Illinois. And I looked it up. It's like
Chicago. In Chicago, but in Illinois,
in Illinois.
Pretty dope.
I saw this and I figured, man, there's got to be people there that sell tickets. So I said, I'm going to take that and see if I can sell it. I looked it up on eBay and there was like one there. It was like, I don't know, a couple $100. So I figured, hey, that's something else I'm going to take. See what I could do with that.
Just okay. Hey, John, as a fellow, member of this community, not going to the National, are you just gonna pause on buying stuff, or are you on eBay trying to snatch up these deals? Because I still got money in my pocket, and since I'm not traveling, I think I'm going to take advantage of the, no competition or less competition on eBay looking for cards.
I'm kind of feeling like I already burned through budget this month because of people saving for the national and there being opportunities. Speaking of Yingling, I bought myself one too.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Congrats
Oh,
on
wait,
that
hold
one.
on. Let me
Yeah, zoom it in.
Oh.
And I hadn't realized it before I bought it, this Bill Terry, until I then had it in hand and looked closely at the picture. And it's not Bill Terry.
What?
Oh, wow.
And I then researched it and discovered that it is Zeb Terry. And this picture was originally on a 1917 Zeb Terry card. And it ended up being on this 1928 Youngling card.
Oh, that's sick.
Wow.
I like the story on that one.
He was just a journeyman second baseman that played for about half a decade for the Cubs. The guy that's the actual picture.
What does it say in the back?
It actually says, save these pictures. One ice cream novelty will be given for each picture of Babe Ruth. So apparently you could trade in your Babe Ruth baseball cards for ice cream.
Yeah. And then you could also, if you had like the whole set, I think they gave
the
something
whole
else
set,
too.
you can get a gallon of ice cream.
Got all these people driving to the national. Got 33 people in the chat. Beautiful. So yeah, I got some things I'm looking for. I'm surprised I bought some modern, but one hand washes the other. Bob wanted some cash. He gave me the homie discount. Picked that up, but I've noticed that like looking at bid history, because I always look at bid history when I'm looking on eBay just to see how much interest is in a certain card that I'm looking at, and it looks like there's less activity on eBay right now, which is a little weird. I mean, John has always said that the best time to buy on eBay is during the national, but I've never done it before. Never tried it.
I've noticed lower pricing on at least the pre-war stuff I've been hunting this month.
Interesting.
Because that's not my only impulse buy there. So
yeah, man, there's so much stuff.
Definitely everybody's saving their money for the national. I don't think if you're going to the national, you're not on eBay for sure.
I know.
Let's see that.
Strip card of Mr. Tris Speaker.
I'm terrible at this. That's Tris. Golly. That's a new purchase?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lee, you're dipping your toe in that pre-war, bro.
I think I dove in head first.
That color is beautiful too.
Awesome.
What is that, 1921?
Yeah.
Great, man. And hand cut to get a grade.
So,
hey, that's pretty good, man. How's the back look?
Blank back.
It's blank back on all these strip cards.
Like in an album or anything, no glue. That's awesome.
No, there's no glue on this one. Otherwise, it would be a 1.
Yeah, and it's cut nicely too. Some of those are cut terribly.
That's beautiful, man. So, golly, these talking about baseball, man. To think that the Yankees are in last place, it's unbelievable. And the sad thing is the AL East can have 4 teams in the playoffs, and to think that the Yankees ain't one of them. Golly, you guys watching?
Not a good year. Not a good year, Lou. No national. The Yankees are doing bad. Not a good year for you.
I know, and I end up bourbon. I mean, I'm almost out.
That's right. Well, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun with the kids.
Yeah, I got my daughters. For those who don't know, I have 3 kids. Everyone knows Bob, but my oldest daughter is her quinceañera, which is a big deal in the Latino community. It's like a sweet 16, but she's 15, and we got a lot of family in town. And man, I don't know if I'm going to financially recover from this quinceañera. It's like
if the non-Latin people don't know, it's almost like a wedding, John. I mean, you literally have to spend money to make it like a huge. It's like a
Oh,
wedding, right?
I know what it's about. It's the comparable thing to like the Jewish bar mitzvah and bat
That's
mitzvah.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So I mean, her gown alone, her gown was more than my wife's wedding dress. Let's just put it like that. We got a damn photographer. We got a DJ. We got a bar. You know, we're Spanish. We got a bar. We got we'll have beer and wine served. The kids have a candy bar. It's bananas. I didn't. I thought it was. I told my wife a nice fat number. I thought, and it's doubled. I'm like, golly. So that's why I had to slow down, especially in the beginning of the year. I was not buying many cards, and then once we took care of this party, I started picking up. Like I picked up the Mini Minoso 52 tops. What else I picked up? I picked up a couple cards that the Yastrzemski 1960 tops when you came down, Orlando.
Yeah.
The 57 Bunning. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm back in the black. Let me buy some cards that I need.
Yeah. I think, did you pick up the 57 Drysdale too, I thought?
No, I already had that one.
It was the Bunning, okay.
Yeah, it was just the Bunning. So the last
the Brooks is the one you need.
Yeah, the last one is the Brooks Robinson. I have the Frank in a 5, SGC 5, beautiful color, great registration. Slightly OC, but you know me, OC cards need love too. I mean, that's how it came out of the pack.
Yeah.
I mean, the color is beautiful. The corners are sharp. That's how it came out of the pack. It is what it is. And back in the day, that's what you looked at. Sharp corners, nice picture. The whole, eye appeal, centering. That was it. I was telling my boy the other day, that's a YouTube thing. But I joke because, of course, centering is nice. But if it came out of the pack like that, I'm okay with it.
That's it. I want the card looking brand new out of the pack, I mean, if it's centered, great, but it's so tough, especially those older cards. I mean, they're very rarely are they centered.
Well, like I had this one in front of me because I'm ready for recording Mr. Fisher Bike VR.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Totally miscut, but it's so crisp and
crispy,
sparkly.
Yeah, look at the corners on that thing.
I mean, the grade is fully driven with the miscut, so I'll take that all day.
Hey, Donnie, this ain't the Misfit shirt. This is just a Misfit, the the rocker. This is the music. But I bought it because it reminds me of my homies. I actually got this at Walmart for like $10. But it's my Misfits. I don't know. Let's talk to Rick. Rick said Rick's made merch for the Misfits, He's got artwork. So Donnie was just asking where I got this shirt. This isn't the one that Rick made, that Scott Reindeer Studios drew. Scott was on commission and did a beautiful. You can see Don's thumbnail right there of the Misfits. It's pretty good. So
pretty good. It's great.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. When I saw it, I was pleasantly surprised. It's phenomenal. Strongville is great, Ray. What we got? I sent 20 more Otani rookies to PSA 6 weeks ago. Eloy the GOAT. I think Eloy in Chi-Town. I thought I saw him on Instagram or somewhere saying he was there. Or maybe it was in Mike O's live stream. Man, we got 36 in the chat. People were watching the stream, probably driving like Mike O was with Big Scott. Just itching to get there. I think
is anybody in the chat already in Chicago?
Chris from Missouri. I don't know if he's already started traveling, but he's in here. I know he's going.
Yeah, they're going.
Ray from Philly's in the chat. Four Leaf is in the chat. I think he's driving right now. Mike Petty, I'll get a wig and go for a ride. I don't know what that conversation is about.
Petty's, I think, grab my phone. It's vibrating like crazy.
He's in California.
Don't keep your phone in your lap, bro.
Henry, I'm going to take a video of the 53 Topps original paintings that they have over there at the REA. They have the original Yogi Berra artwork for the 53 Topps, plus a few others. I think it's like 12 of them. So I'm going to take a video of the original little drawings. They're little 5x7, just like the cards, but they're hand painted.
My man Henry has been waiting in the chat. My man's been here since the very beginning. My man Henry, I appreciate you, homie.
Henry's a great guy.
My man Stash. This is a cat who we came on YouTube together like 4 years ago. And he was on there strong. He was getting subs like bananas. I'm like, man, how you doing it? And he just disappeared. We were sending care packages to each other. But, you know, life, I understand it. Life gets in the way. You know, work gets in the way. But my boy is coming back with a vengeance. So check out my homie Stash. Check out his.
Check him out. Yeah.
He right now he's doing a whole bunch of shorts. He, you know, back in the day before the pandemic, we used to go to Walmart, Target, go to the clearance. They used to have clearance boxes just full of packs. And you look at his desk when he's opening up a pack a day, I think is what he's doing. And he's opening up 2018 packs with the low sticker of like $4 from Walmart. I'm like, bro, are you sure you want to be ripping that stuff, or do you want to put it on eBay for $50 a pack? Because those packs are stupid expensive.
They had everything. I remember one time going to a Dollar General and finding stuff in there.
Bro,
it was crazy. Everybody had it.
So I'm enjoying it. He got me today because he was opening up a 2018 High Heritage, and I think he said Otani rookie, but he didn't hit a Otani rookie. Little clickbait today, Stash. I see you, homie. I see you. Oh, my boy Bink. Man, we got some superstars in the chat today.
Ah, Bink. I wish I had some Tango eggs. Those are really tough to find.
I know.
But I'll look for those. I'll look for those if I find any cheap enough. But those are really rare. Probably going to be something in the auction houses with that. So I'm going to look at the auction houses and do a video. I mean, I did a video last year of the Diamondbacks collection, and that was just awesome. I mean, he had one of the PSA 1052 Manos he had. And I mean, those are the kind of things I like to put on my videos, so you can go back and see stuff that you're never going to see. All that's going to be put back in collections. And you know, I looked at that 9.5. I went to do a video on the 9.5 mantle that was for sale at that time, the most expensive mantle, and they had it like in a little box, a glass box. And I'm getting close, and I got the security guy right there, and I'm zooming in, and my camera bangs on the glass by mistake, and the security guy's looking at me like, "Hey, move away," you know. That's the book. Yeah.
They were giving this stuff away. I mean, and the stuff, I wanted it because of the Clemente, of course. But man, some of the cards in here, I mean, you'll never in your life see it anywhere else except for the National or like when, you know, he's traveling.
You'll see him in the pictures and books, but you'll never see him in person. So, you know, I want to see some of that. Like I said, it's kind of like a museum when you go there. Some of these dealer tables, they have stuff there that you'll never see anywhere else. And you know, people bring everything they've got from a lot of their personal stuff. These dealers, they bring it there. So
you know what? How far is Chicago from you, Donnie? I mean, that's a decent drive, but you could get there. Rick is telling Don to get in his car and start driving.
Come on, Don, you could do it. You could do it.
Yo, but back to my boy Bink Scott. He's got a beautiful collection, man. If you guys don't know Bink, you guys gotta watch him. He's always supported my channel, but he doesn't get enough love. He's a PSA guy. Don't hold that against him. But beautiful collection. Tango eggs. I gotta do more research. I've honestly never heard of the Tango eggs.
Yeah, they're like they're like tobacco cards.
That's it.
Like caramel cards.
Let's see. Oh, my boy Double D. He's probably challenging. Hey, you guys still on here? Let me send him. I'll send him a note.
Dylan, see if we can get Dylan on. That would be great.
This guy's so freaking excited about the day. Yeah. I love talking to Dylan. He gets me hyped up.
Yeah. Well, I can't tell you something that I know that Dylan is going to get at the National already. Hopefully, it'll all come through. But the deal is pretty much done.
Okay.
I can't tell you what it is because Dylan,
I got you. I just sent you the link, homie.
Dylan's gonna have to share that, but it was just something that Ryan Nolan had.
Man, look at this. I love
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Ryan Nolan. I love Ryan, man. Local
You know
guy.
what that is, Johnny posted it. He's working on getting that. I think he's gonna make. He's done that deal, I think.
Man, the chat's going by quick. Golly, I'm way behind. I love it, man.
I gotta subscribe to Stash. I didn't know about him.
Yeah, like I said, we came on together. We were in a whole bunch of live streams. A lot of the breaking, because you know when you first come on YouTube, at that time it was all the breaking channels. If you wanted like baseball content, it was a lot of breaking, especially during the pandemic. And now it's all investing channels. But we were always in the same live streams, and we got to know each other, and we started like sending care packages. And then my boy, you know, like I said, work, life, he had to step away and do his thing, but he's back. He's been dropping a video every day. First card out the pack. What we got here? That boy represent my 75. Sorry, national, not nationals. Probably
even I was breaking some boxes back in those days when it first got back in, you know.
Oh yeah,
fun,
bro.
Fun. Everybody was doing that.
Breaking was new to me. I was like, and I liked it. It was more research because I was like, I wanted, before I bought a product, I wanted to see what was in it, the ratios, how the card design looked like. And I appreciate it. I was like, oh, this is pretty sick. I've never gotten into the breaks. I could see the appeal of it, a little gambling without as much risk as buying a case or a whole bunch of hobby boxes. But I just never got into it because, you know, when I buy something, I want all the cards. I don't want.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. But you know, and back a few years ago, you could buy a box and you get your money's worth out of it. You know, when it first started. But now it's just ridiculous.
Well, I subscribe to Stash now, but your boy Bing Scott, when is he going to make some videos again?
There's Dylan. Yes, sir.
My boy Bing is taking a little hiatus, but he's got great stuff.
Dylan's got a Grail card coming up there, man. That is an impressive card.
Man, how did I miss that? Because I follow Ryan. It was on
the deal's not, you know, it's going to happen at the National. I think Dylan probably will show it at the National.
Well, Orlando, I know you're going to do some beautiful content with the REAs, like the auction houses, the rare stuff, but take a page out of Lou Rock TV. You got to get some of the trade night. You got to get the YouTubers together. Just like to be a fly on the wall again. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to do, just to capture the experience.
Somebody gonna be walking around Thursday night live streaming? Is what I wondered.
Yeah, you know what? I'm definitely gonna take some video Thursday night. And last year I did take video of the trade night, but when I got to the Clarion over there with you guys, I was just in awe, and I couldn't really take any video at that time. I mean, I get to the Clarion there, it was Filmington's event, and I went into the bar area, and first thing I see is flipping Steve and Neo, and I've been watching them for a long time, and you know, they didn't even know who the hell I am, but I'm talking to them and stuff. And then as soon as I walked to I said, where's the real party? Yeah, the party's in the patio. So I went out to the rooftop area, and the first thing I do when I get there is Mangini, who don't even know who the hell I am, comes out and offers to buy me a drink. Man, I didn't even know what to say. I was like in awe, and I spent the whole time just kind of hanging around Lou, you know, just hanging out, listening to Lou and Wade Boggs and John and everybody else talking. It was just, I mean, I was like in another world. It was the best thing.
Hey, I was thinking about it. It's going to be a different experience for you, bro, because I remember like that was the first time we met. And I didn't really quite knew your channel. I was like, what? And I actually subbed to you when I was at the National. I started watching your stuff, and you know, you were a little shy, and you know, I got that. I think you posted the video of when we were on the rooftop, which
I did.
Thursday get together was fun, but for me, the rooftop was so. Even though a lot of people couldn't make it, because after the rooftop, we were like, yo, there's a impromptu trade night, and we went downstairs and we went and hit the trade night. But in that video, because you posted, I started watching it again. I watched my own video. I was like, bro, shout out your channel. What's your channel again? And what's your channel's name?
Yeah. And I saw, and And Adam from Vintage Sanctuary was there, and I barely even got to talk to him because really didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
And just to see all the guys there, because I was watching all your channels. To me, I was like a fanboy, coming in there with everybody else.
And now you're a
And
heavy hitter, bro. You're a heavy hitter now.
Oh man, I got there. I had like 200 subs, and the only reason I even had that many subs was because Vince from New York Yang Sang 7, plugged me on his channel before he went to the national. And he was there with Joe Silver Jackify, and these guys. I don't think either one of them are going this year, but it was just, to me. I mean, I was with all these rock stars. I mean, Lou, you were a rock star. Now you're just Lou, but you were a rock star.
I appreciate it, bro, but I'm just a guy. Sorry, I'm texting. I got people texting me. So yeah, man, just. If I could, I thought about it. I wasn't gonna say nothing. My wife gave me the green light, and I was just afraid something wrong might happen. She's like, "Look, if you just want to go up for the Thursday night, fly up Wednesday. I'm sure you can find a buddy to crash, in a hotel room, and just go for the Thursday. Fly up Friday." I was thinking about, but I mean, between God forbid there was like a delay or anything like that, I cannot risk missing my daughter's quinceañera. She gave me her blessing last year. She's like, "Daddy, it's okay," because I took her like the week before, took her out shopping. She's a teenage girl. I took her out shopping, gave her some cash. She was happy. She's like, "Yeah, it's cool. You could, we celebrate our birthday. You don't have to be here on my actual birthday." But this year, she's like, "You're not going to Chicago." There's no way. She's like, "I will have this one time in my life."
It's a once in a lifetime. You got to do that,
Oh, my boy Dylan, he's in the chat, but he's about to go to the airport, gentlemen. He's about to go on. He's like, "I can't get on. I want to get on, but he's going to the airport." So, yo, Double Shaka is going to be in the air.
Yeah. He's got a long flight from Hawaii, my friend.
Oh yeah, Orlando is definitely the new rock star.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Did you have a custom? I don't have a custom. I have your
No,
business
I don't have a custom. I've got my business card. I'm just gonna autograph my business card and give those away if anybody wants that.
No, you need a custom, bro.
My daughter was telling me that I needed a custom. I told her to
like
do
this
that.
awesome one.
Yeah, I need that.
Dual auto right there, baby.
Yeah, not many people have that card, bruh.
Yeah.
I got one. And I had one from John, Mangini had given me one, but I wanted one that he signed in front of me to make sure it was authentic. So when I went to Lou's place, here, sign this, John. Signed it kind of sloppy, but
is that a signature on that thing? It's just like a blob.
A blob
on this guy.
Yeah, that's the one he got.
I mean,
it was a blob. But you know what? It's one of my favorite cards. I'll never sell it. That's a card I'll keep forever. I'm going to do a display. I want to do a display like you have, Lou, with all the different cards from the YouTubers, because I was looking at them yesterday. I've got probably about 12, 13 of them already. So I'm going to try to get
I only have 3, and at this point, they're all 71s.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
look at that. Card, yeah.
It's still one of my favorite card sets of all time. I'm not a set collector or set builder, but when I see a crispy 71, I buy it. Especially if it's of a Hall of Famer or some star, I buy it, man. Those 71s are one of my biggest.
Well, I got 2 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Future Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah. My man Four Leaf is doing the All Stars, and Double D is gonna be one of my votes for Rookie of the Year, because you can pick 2 Rookies of the Year. So, Four Leaf, speaking of, he's like, "All right, guys, I'm at Scott's house." And if you guys know Four Leaf, he loves commentary. My man, he's a bit of a chatterbox. I love the guy. "All right, guys, I'm at Scott's house, going to get some stuff out of my truck and get into the car and get some shut-eye for the early start. See you guys soon."
Nice.
I love that guy, man. Oh, Double D's getting the red eye right now.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so he's flying. Oh, man, I wonder if he's got to go into LAX. That airport. LAX, I've never been. I never had the pleasure, but Miami sucks. JFK sucks. Philly wasn't fun, but LaGuardia and JFK are the worst. O'Hara I've done one time, and O'Hara was a nightmare. I can only imagine LAX is a. Ugh, I don't even want to think about it, man.
Yeah, look at Eli talking about the custom. Yeah, I kind of texted a little bit with Scott, or sent him a little message saying I wanted to talk to him to see if he could do something for me. So we'll see
Well,
what
it
I can
sucks.
do. But
The one that was really easy was the Tops one, and that's been shut down temporarily for months.
Well, I'm pretty sure that didn't Scott do a Pepino Man's card with the 51 mantle? Was that Scott that did that? Do you know, Lou?
It's got to do who's
A Caesar's Pepino Man's custom with a 51 Bowman mantle where he put.
Oh yeah. Scott did that one. Yeah. But he didn't make multiples. He just made that one. He did something like this. Scott did this for me. I won one of his contests, I believe, and he did this as a prize. So I made that into like my mat.
Something like but you can get that and then make cards from that.
Oh yeah,
because I'm sure Cisa can make some cards from more cards. Just copy those things.
Oh yeah.
But I think that's one of the best ones that I've seen as far as the customs for YouTubers. When he says Pepino Mantle with Pepino Man with the 51 Bowman, I just think that's a great custom. He needs to print that out.
Yeah. Did you see the customs that Dylan's wife made with the 51 times? That was dope. And then it had the QR codes on the back that shoots you straight to their YouTube channels.
Yeah. Well, mine's got that little thing in the back too.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out, but I'm not tech savvy. I gotta get my son to do it.
You just put you put it on your phone to kind of take a picture, and you put it right on there, and it just takes you right to the YouTube channel. I don't know. My daughter figured it out. She worked it out for me.
Oh,
but I want to get next year. I'm going to get a custom card for real, for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of, going back to the history of me and Stash, we all came up together with like Reindeer Studios, and this thumbnail of Stash, Reindeer Studios did it.
Wow, nice.
Or Scott was a YouTube Hall of Famer. His humble beginnings. Yeah, he did that. He did that one. I actually got in my little case for YouTubers. I actually got Stash's custom. It's actually pretty good drawing.
Well, John, you have the Hank Aaron, right? John, you have the Hank Aaron that Scott did, right?
No, that went to Matt.
Matt got that, right?
Yeah,
Matt's
or the card story. Yeah, him and Tyrus.
Yeah, that's right. That was beautiful. Wow.
Speaking of Hank Aaron, Hammer 44 is late to the party, but packed and ready to head to Chicago.
I got to hook up with Hammer.
Yeah.
Read the room, Hammer. Read the room. I mean, Orlando's in the chat, but as you can see, this is for people not going to the national. No.
I think I better start getting off here already and start packing. It looks like everybody's getting ready and packing.
I'm truly happy for all my friends, all my YouTube community. I am happy for y'all because, like I said, last year was, when it came to the hobby life, was the best hobby experience I ever had. For a long time, when I was a kid, I always had friends that collected. We always traded and we played games and flipped and all that jazz. But as an adult, I tell people I have buddies and homies and people I work with, and anyone could talk sports. And, people come over for a pay-per-view, this, and the other, and then I get excited. They're at the house, they're drinking, they're like, oh, you got a card room? You got man cave? They come up and they check out the cards, but the conversation kind of dies because they don't really get the cardboard side of it. They could talk they could talk sports. They could talk, we're in Tampa, so we're a sports town. We got the Rays, and they could talk baseball, football, even hockey. But when you start talking about cardboard, it's not the same. So when I found this YouTube community, it was eye-opening. And to go to the national was just an experience that you can't explain it unless you go. So for those who are going, especially for their first time, enjoy it. Soak it in. It's going to be overwhelming. And I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And I'm I can't wait till 2023 is over when everyone does their recap videos, because that just means I'm going to be on the same page as everyone else for 2024 Cleveland, because that is a definite. I already have Donnie checking the Airbnbs. I think and if we can't find an Airbnb, we're crashing at Scott's house.
Matt
Done.
already booked one for our group.
Oh, you already got one?
Already? Nice.
Donnie, we're behind
Great.
the eight ball,
Good
bro.
job.
Get on it. Donnie's the only one that's responsible enough to book it, because we talk about it. Me, John, James, we were talking about it for the longest time until we put Don in our live, in our text thread. We were talking about it. He's like, "Hey guys, I found one." He's like, "I'm going to book it." I'm like, "Book it." If it wasn't for Donnie, I don't think the Misfits will ever exist. Because he took the initiative. He was organized. He's like, "I found a nice one." I'm like, "Book it." Where do I send the money?
Yeah, that's the way to do it. You know, for me, it was just, I was alone. Well, I've collected alone all my life, but to go over there, I had a room and everything all set. I didn't even know anybody. Well, I knew Ryan Nolan already from, we were going to meet there and stuff. I knew him from before. But other than that, I was on my own, and I'm figuring I don't even know what's going to happen over there, but I wanted to see the event. And I got to tell you, it was the best thing in my life, because you didn't even, had no idea how this card community was. And everybody is so nice, Lou, and John knows it now, how people are just, I mean, I can't tell you how good this community has been to me, and it's just, I feel young again. I mean, I was getting old by myself collecting, and now it's just completely revived my entire collecting life.
I do have
because I got someone to share it with now, so it's great.
I do have one warning, because when you're in that atmosphere, you're immersed in cardboard. You're with your homies, your brothers in cardboard. When there's alcohol involved, you start giving away cards.
Yeah.
It's a warning. Be warned.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm giving cards like, it's better in your collection.
Yeah.
This card belongs with you. And don't get me wrong, I got some phenomenal cards, phenomenal deals. And but I'm sure there was a people on the flight home like, I can't believe I just gave that card away. But you're just in the moment, you're feeling it. And like Donnie was saying,
it's
awesome.
fun.
As soon as I saw Lou, we bro hug. And if you guys know Donnie's, I don't want to short him, but I think he's at least 6'4". So when he bro hugs you, it's a bear hug. I'm like, whoa.
Engulfs you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we smoked cigars, drank beer, bourbon. It was a diet of pizza and bourbon the whole week we were there, staying up till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. George Diamond Yard was up. He was the last one to go to sleep, first one to get up.
George is a big guy too.
Oh, George, yeah. We had, I mean, I know we love baseball.
Nobody's messing with you guys.
We were playing basketball. It would have been a wrap, because we had Bob Lewis too. And Bob he wasn't the tallest one by any stretch. I think Bob is 6'3". Don's got to be 6'5". I think George is 6'4", 6'5". Some big boys. And then then the average drops, so that's why the average of the house is 6 foot, because you got me, James, and Mangini. So the averages just came back down.
I'm with you guys, you and James.
Speaking eye to eye, baby.
Also, I have no idea how tall anybody is, because you always have this type of view of everyone.
It's so funny, because you'll see people, I'm like, I know you, and then just like, oh man, or hey, what's up? It's like, it's so funny, man. But the thing is, like college buddies, college friends, like a frat party. It's like you start conversations where you left off from the last text, from the last phone call, from the last video, nonstop. There's my boy back there. There's no awkwardness. You just dab it up, little bro hug, and just start chopping it up like nothing. Hey, you want a beer? You want this? Whatever. And just.
I mean, I was walking the show for the most part, and I ran into some of the guys. I ran into Jake, and I'm like, you're Jake. I'm thinking of the leprechaun. And I tell you,
well, his height fits the leprechaun status.
Yeah, and I see Jake. I thought he was a lot taller. I'm telling you, I'm like, is that Jake? Yeah, that's Jake. And Jake's like, a little shorter than me, but let me tell you what, we started talking, and we just like, if we knew, he didn't even know who the hell I was, and he was so friendly. He's like taking pictures and stuff and all that, and I mean that's the beauty of this thing. He didn't even know me, but I knew him, and I feel like I've known you guys or know Jake and Mangini, even though you guys don't know me after watching all the videos for a few years. I mean, it's like we're friends, and I can't wait to see Dylan there, because I feel like I've known Dylan for a long time, and I've never even met Dylan. Same thing with Adam. It's just one of those things that I know them already.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I love talking to Dylan, man. He always hypes me up. Hey, what do you drink, Orlando? You like Modelo, Corona? Are you
I'm not really too much of a drinker, but if I got a drink, I'll go with the two drinks: the rum and coke, which is the Cuba Libre, or the mojito, which is the other
so if it's
we have here. And
if it's in the day, that's a day drink, the little mojito. But the rum and coke, Eloy, you got that, bro? Because
rum and coke. It's called the Cuba Libre, free Cuba drink.
Yeah, so
Bacardi and Coke.
Quarter ready for you, bro. What's my boy Donnie saying? When I went to my first national, everyone was shocked to see how tall. Yeah, it was shocking. I mean, it's true what John says. Everyone's just sitting down chilling. Now I got my buddies talking about buddies. He's not a YouTuber, but he's a Mets fan, and he's just crushing me right now. I'm just like, God, I can't win. I got no ticket to the national. All my buddies are going. I got my civilian buddies who are not YouTubers crushing me. But yeah, I just came on tonight. We've been on for a little over an hour 16. Just want to talk it out. It's never good to keep it inside. I had to talk it out, my sadness, but I feel better now. Talking to my friends, talking about a little bit of the hobby, a lot of the national, Yankees. We even had a Hall of Fame talk. Who should be in, who's not. Man, it was a good night. So I appreciate that, fellas. So is there any parting words that you want?
John, next year, who are you going with over there? Who are you going to be rooming with?
Theo.
Well, we're getting a whole house, so we could have a dozen people in that house that we set up. So,
well, I got nowhere to go next. I haven't made plans for next year, so somebody's got to fit me in somewhere.
At this point, I'm pretty sure Adam, minimum, with Adam Vintage Sanctuary, myself, Matt, The Card Story, Theo, probably Dave, Legends of the Dugout, Dylan.
No, you got plenty of people there, so I'm gonna
hopefully
in with
we'll
somebody,
get everybody to go.
Yeah, we'll see what Don does. I don't know if I could squeeze in. I can't fit into the Misfits. Are the Misfits? So if Jake can't get into the Misfits, I'm definitely not can't get in there either.
The commissioner of the YouTube, he's trying.
I gotta find the non-Misfits, and
whatever, bro. I'm sure it depends what Donnie finds. It's all on Donnie. He finds like a big mansion, 8 rooms. I'm sure there's plenty of space. The thing is,
I'm diving into that.
The thing is, there's a reason why we're called the Misfits. Sleep is for later. When we're there at the National, you can always sleep later. If you want your beauty rest, if you're not into some good card talk late into the evening, it might not be the house for you. If you're up for living in the moment, staying up, then you're in the right spot. But just fair warning, if you need beauty sleep, ain't gonna be the house for you.
I heard you guys were opening packs. You were opening packs after midnight, I heard.
Oh my gosh. It was phenomenal. Opening packs, drinking, smoking cigars. It was phenomenal. Don did a good job finding a house with a nice porch. There was a house being rented out, and I think they were doing like a bachelorette party. The girls came over. We were doing Jello shots. It was bananas. And Reindeer Studios was over a lot. Four Leaf, Jake came over, B Roth came over. It was a good spot. And it was only a mile away from the convention center, so it was a good time, man. What we still got people in the chat. You better have tough skin. Oh yeah, that's another thing. When we heat up on each other, I'm from the Northeast. When you're loved when your boys are cracking on you. We heat up on each other. If you got thin skin, like Donnie was saying, this ain't the house for you because we're gonna crack jokes. We're gonna crack a lot of jokes. I don't think we're that brutal.
So Don really loves Scott then.
Oh yeah. Scott's just observing. He'll take it all in, but he observes. I was watching him, and Scott's he's just beautiful.
You know what they say: the quiet ones are the ones you got to watch out for.
That's why I was watching him. I think I told him that exactly. I'm like, I see you observing everybody. And he just smiles at me. That's what I do. A lot of people don't know what I do for a living, but I do a lot of reading of body language and stuff of that nature. But Scott he's always on it. I'm like, I see you, bro. I see you. But great guy, great individual. And with that, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna drink one more and probably catch a West Coast game.
And go Yankees.
Man, down 9-3 is terrible, man. Terrible. I'm so depressed, man. My Yankees suck. Somebody help me, man. There's nothing going on. Nothing is right. There could be 4 teams from the I can't even say AL East going to the playoffs, and the Yankees ain't one of them. They're rushing, and I'm worried because Judge feels the pressure of coming back. If he comes back too early, he might do more damage. It's like, bro, the Yankees suck right now. Don't rush it. Come back when you're healthy. It's like, golly, man. What are you going to do?
You expect more return on that massive payroll, huh?
Man. I mean, the thing is, when Judge is healthy, he is the difference, bar none. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. But it's like, and the thing is, it's not like people are saying he's injury prone. The guy ran into a wall. The guy ran into a wall. The guy
broke the wall.
Baseball, I mean, it wasn't like he's like Giancarlo Stanton with all these popcorn muscles, just for show. It wasn't like he was, he got hurt picking up a bat. The guy ran into a wall. And when you're, 6'7", 280, that toe is pretty important. So it's just the way it is. But Orlando, safe travels, homie.
Thanks, guys.
Best. I hope you get all the cardboard you want. But tell people,
have a good time at that place you're going, wherever it happens to be.
I'll give you guys a shout out through my videos, guys.
Oh, I need the subs, bro. I need the views. I need the views.
All right, guys.
All right, brother.
It's good night for me. Take care, man.
Hasta luego, man.
Bye-bye, guys.
Johnny, 3D 80s kid, living legend. What you got?
It's been a good 11 months so far on YouTube, and I wish I was going somewhere, but
yeah, your 1 year anniversary is next month.
Yeah, and it's Theo's 1 year anniversary as well, and we got something big cooking. Combined, really? So yeah.
Really? Is that any foreshadowing you can give us, or is that all the teaser you're gonna give us?
Just a tease today. You'll be seeing some announcements after the National.
Really? Interesting. Man, I appreciate you jumping on. To all the people in the chat, we still got 21 people in the chat. Thank you. Have fun, safe travels, and give me some videos so I can live vicariously through you. And with that, peace out. Go Yankees.
Good night, guys.